he can play. I mean, there's one key difference with Caitlin Clark and Cooper Flagg. Caitlin Clark stayed in college a long time and built a massive built-in fan base that then followed her into the WNBA. And I think there's one massive difference because they're talking about the race war that Caitlin Clark's having to deal with. And look, she's getting a lot of hate because of her skin color. That is a thing. All right.
The major sports television channel maintains its established approach of incorporating ethnic considerations into athletic conversations instead of concentrating exclusively on game performance and competitive accomplishments. Via strategic communication or intentional production decisions, this broadcaster repeatedly seeks to spark ethnic disputes within professional athletics reporting.
She wasn't happy in Indiana and we waived her and she gave her all. The fans wouldn't care. The fans wouldn't care. Like the fan base. The fan base literally, you heard from Dewana Bonner that she said she'd never experienced fans like that in when she broke the record. She never experienced a fan base like that. She'd said it was great that when she was walking, like she couldn't even go to the grocery store.
Their present approach includes creating connections between Caitlin Clark's predicament and Cooper Flagg's forthcoming professional basketball entrance as the primary selection obtained by Dallas recently. Flagg's probable appeal in elite basketball appears promising, provided his abilities transfer successfully to the advanced competition. A notable difference separates Clark and Flagg's situations. Clark stayed in university basketball extensively, building a considerable fan following that later accompanied her professional move.
Although I tend to believe that her personal preferences is an even bigger issue for a lot of these WNBA players. But I think there's a key difference here. The NBA players aren't nearly as petty, and they're not going to be jealous of Cooper. I mean, Luka Doncic, Nikolai Jokic. I mean, they've seen white guys ball out before. Dirk Nowitzki, it has happened. Now, I understand this is an American player.
The ethnic friction surrounding Clark's women's professional league experience constitutes an authentic occurrence with proof of antagonism aimed at her due to complexion. Nevertheless, individual behavioral decisions might represent an even greater element fueling resentment from other women's league competitors. An important contrast appears when examining men's league characteristics versus women's league atmosphere.
Or without people being hyped about the team. And that's the thing. Like, all you have to do most of the time with fans, and I mean this when I say this, like, long term, as long as a player is giving their all, fans normally don't turn on them, especially turn on them as individuals. Like Natasha Howard, I mean this when I say she can't catch the ball.
Elite basketball athletes display significantly reduced spite and envy compared to their female equivalents. Global talents like Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic have observed skilled pale-skinned players triumph before athletes including Dirk Nowitzki created models for European achievement. Though Flagg represents a domestic candidate, the response probably varies substantially. Professional men's league competitors receive considerably larger paychecks and function within a more developed entertainment structure. LeBron James actually pursued Doncic for the Lakers franchise despite documented conflicts concerning ethnic viewpoints. The elite men's competition lacks the small-minded jealousy defining women's basketball.
I just don't think they give a rip. I mean, LeBron got Luka to the Lakers, for crying out loud. All right? And we all know how LeBron feels about white folks. He can't stand them. He has just come right out and said that. I just don't think these players are going to treat Cooper Flagg the same way that Caitlin Clark's been treated, because I don't think the pettiness and the jealousy exists in the NBA like it does the WNBA.
The Women's League previously drew minimal audiences before Clark's entrance. Her involvement actually produced enormous viewer expansion, yet this achievement irritated current players instead of inspiring appreciation. The contradiction includes competitors becoming frustrated about enhanced earning possibilities and increased exposure. Data validates Flagg's historical importance as the initial domestically born pale player chosen first entirely since Kent Benson during 1977. His appeal currently matches Larry Larry Bird's influence among domestically born pale basketball competitors. Additional skilled pale players like Chris Mullin reached Hall of Fame recognition and substantial popularity, yet Flagg's situation seems distinctive.
And just because you can see she's trying. You can see she's trying. She's on a bad contract. She might get the Erica Wheeler treatment, where Erica Wheeler, it's clear that she was a vet. Like, Erica Wheeler literally did not play well last year, but she didn't leave Caitlin Clark's side. Did not leave Caitlin Clark's side at all. Like, she was the vet.
The television channel anticipates manufacturing comparable ethnic disputes surrounding Flagg's professional path. Press attention actively contributed to Clark's problems by supporting established Women's League veterans while criticizing her supporters and audience. Peter Rosenberg, connected with both the channel and Hot 97 Radio in New York, demonstrates problematic analysis methods. His history includes associating with varied coworkers to display progressive qualifications and social consciousness. His wrestling entertainment hosting and assumed basketball knowledge contribute to provocative conversations. Rosenberg's analysis explicitly attempts generating ethnic tension around Flagg while linking these created conflicts to Clark's authentic challenges. His method represents the channel's sole strategy, locating chances to insert ethnic aspects into athletics reporting.
I mean, the NBA, people have watched the NBA. Nobody was watching the WNBA. Nobody. So Caitlin Clark literally brought in a massive audience, and it pissed these players off. I mean, how about that? She brings in an audience so they can make more money, and they got mad. You can't make this up. So here we go. Outkick. Cooper Flagg is the first American-born white player drafted first.
The analysis becomes especially absurd when recognizing that competitive achievement originates from commitment, preparation, and nurturing family surroundings instead of ethnic traits. Guardians who regularly push their children to pursue elevated competition standards merited acknowledgement for cultivating extraordinary ability. Without live athletic competitions, the television channel would probably stop functioning completely. Their programming standard keeps deteriorating, with studio programs experiencing major ratings declines and progressively inferior content quality.
She wasn't great, and Caitlin took her place and she became a vet. And then she went to Seattle and she's killing it. She's absolutely killing it. But if you look at WNBA players, Erica Wheeler is legitimately one of the more popular players in the league. And even though it was a little bit weird to start with her fit with Caitlin, as time's gone on, she's become one of the more popular players in the league. Duana Bonner, Fever fans tried to give her a chance. Tried to give her as much of a chance as possible, even when she was stinking it up. And then just to bail out from the team and quit, fans are right.
The comment about Women's League population highlights the foolishness of created disputes. Just one pale player presently influences viewership numbers meaningfully, making ethnic evaluations especially empty. Mathematical proof overwhelmingly shows Clark's revolutionary effect on league appeal and monetary achievement. Flagg's possible influence probably won't achieve Clark's revolutionary standards, nor will he encounter similar hostility. Professional men's league players considerable wages and established television agreements establish different competitive circumstances. While Flagg might produce ratings improvements, the substantial viewership increases observed in women's basketball seem improbable.
First overall in the NBA since Kent Benson in 1977. He is already the most popular American-born white male player since Larry Bird. That's a fact. Is he? I mean, hold on. There's been a lot of good white. I mean, Chris Mullin is a Hall of Famer. He was pretty popular, but okay, I get their point. I'm not going to argue that.
If notable audience expansion happens, professional men's league players might feel jealousy, yet admiration usually accompanies proven achievement. Larry Bird encountered similar obstacles during his period, which prompted recommendations for his participation with Indiana Fever coaching. His background handling ethnic conflicts paired with comparable playing approaches and Indiana ties established reasonable mentoring chances. The television method will certainly attempt establishing ethnic separations around Flagg's profession. Stephen S. Smith, Peter Rosenberg, and comparable figures represent the channel's typical operational approach. They regularly magnified Clark's disputes instead of supplying factual reporting that might have decreased conflicts.
To be pissed. I'm sorry, the WNBA media cannot police fan emotion. You cannot police fan emotion. And the fact that the actual media, not only that, the fact that people in general are trying to police the emotion of sport in this league. Screw that. Screw that. Straight up. Like, you cannot police fan emotion. When you try to police fan emotion, like, it can become the sport's just gone.
Advancing Angel Reese as a superstar rival while encouraging inflammatory reporting further complicated Clark's professional adjustment. The channel selected sensationalism over accountable journalism, contributing fuel to current disputes instead of offering balanced reporting. The basic inquiry includes whether Flagg will face similar handling to Clark's unfriendly welcome. The proof indicates negative results seem doubtful given the organizational variations between elite men's and women's basketball environments, player payment amounts, and proven examples for accomplished pale domestic players.
Thus, ESPN hopes to stoke the same racial tensions around Cooper Flagg that it did with Caitlin Clark. Yeah, look, the media, the WNBA media is complicit in causing a lot of this drama for Caitlin Clark too. ESPN defending the old WNBA guard and attacking her fans and all that kind of crap. So, enter in Peter Rosenberg, all right?
The Women's League press environment shows obvious prejudice tendencies when assessing supporter responses to player choices. The criterion seems contradictory. When players harmfully affect other franchises, press reporting handles it as valid news. When players damage the Fever franchise, supporter dissatisfaction gets blame and condemnation. Diana Taurasi's reputation situation demonstrates this inconsistent approach perfectly. Despite her legendary position, her concluding professional section will probably overshadow earlier accomplishments due to individual decisions. Had she requested a transfer, competed remaining contest professionally, and been dismissed with respect, supporter responses would have stayed favorable.
Gone. The sport's just gone. If you police dumb take, you can't police dumb takes. You can call out dumb takes, but at the end of the day, dumb takes are dumb takes. We all make dumb takes. Everyone who talks about sport makes dumb takes. And some people's takes are amplified, and this is a dumb take by the WNBA media in general. It is an absolutely dumb take, and it's going to be amplified because it's everybody. It's everybody being like, DeWanna Bonner doesn't deserve this disrespect. She quit on a team.
Taurasi previously complimented the Indiana audience as outstanding, describing unprecedented backing amounts and community participation. She noted being unable to visit markets without enthusiastic supporter conversations about squad achievement. This shows the audience's authentic gratitude for devoted players. Supporter dedication usually stays solid when players show maximum commitment regardless of achievement restrictions. Natasha Howard represents this concept despite clear skill shortcomings. As supporters acknowledge her devotion, her agreement situation might reflect Erica Wheeler's direction.
Now, he's been in and around ESPN for a long time, but he's actually, if you come down here, he's actually a co-host of a hip-hop station, Hot 97 in New York City. All right? And he's one of these white dudes that has made a point to surround himself with black folks so he can show you how woke he is. Look at me. Look how woke I am. I'm down. I am down.
Wheeler's case proves supporter gratitude for veteran guidance despite declining achievement. She backed Caitlin Clark reliably, accepted reduced positions gracefully, and became extremely popular league-wide after moving to Seattle. Her present success confirms the Indiana audience's assessment. Taurasi obtained extensive chances from Fever supporters even during weak achievement stretches. Her choice to desert the squad naturally creates frustration among supporters who contributed emotional backing. The Women's League press cannot reasonably control supporter emotional reactions to player behavior.
Fans in that team are going to be pissed. And I mean this when I say this. We're going to quote Liam Cooper again. We're going to quote Liam Cooper again, lads. If you don't want to be here, then fuck off. We're quoting Liam Cooper. Like, fans are going to turn on you when you pull that. Like, there's a reason why like Miami Heat fans will not be are likely not fans of Jimmy Butler.
Trying to manage supporter responses basically undermines athletics entertainment worth. When press personalities try limiting emotional participation in competitive competition, the complete athletic encounter becomes pointless. Supporters must be permitted to voice viewpoints, even when those viewpoints appear irrational. Everyone participating in athletics analysis makes wrong forecasts and weak decisions. These errors become enhanced based on platform magnitude and audience scope. The present situation represents a weak decision by Women's League press personalities that merits condemnation due to its extensive impact. The referenced feeling about players who don't want to contribute reflects reasonable supporter disappointment. Comparable situations happen throughout elite athletics. Miami Heat followers will probably oppose Jimmy Butler due to his conduct, while Philadelphia supporters hate Ben Simmons for similar reasons.
Okay. I mean, if you say so. He's thought he was Marky Mark for a lot of years. He does the WWE pregame for their PLEs. Like today, there's one from Saudi Arabia, King of the Ring. I'm sure he'll probably host the show. That's why I don't watch it. This guy sucks. And he also thinks he's some kind of a basketball expert. Well, here
Press reporting displays notable prejudice, with almost no balanced views accessible. Christine Brennan represents one of the rare analysts willing to condemn Taurasi's behaviors. Obvious prejudices exist both backing and opposing Clark, yet few genuinely neutral voices offer balanced examination. Online platforms differ notably from conventional press because content producers usually recognize their prejudices openly instead of asserting neutrality. Supporter channels clearly announce their preferences, making prejudice visible instead of concealed behind professional journalism assertions.
There's a reason why I'm trying to think of like other players. There's a reason why Sixers fans hate Ben Simmons. There's a reason. There is a reason why this happens. And at the end of the day, it's something that we're not seeing stopping in the media. We're not seeing it. Everything is, if you're looking at the media, there's not one person in the media that...
Most content producers encounter blocking from establishment press personalities who cannot accept alternative views. The contradiction includes these identical press figures blocking opponents while asserting moral power over supporter conduct and emotional reactions. Taurasi's Hall of Fame qualifications stay unquestionable, yet this doesn't protect her from condemnation regarding her exit from Indiana. Fever supporters have reasonable grounds for frustration about her choice to abandon the franchise. Controlling supporter feelings basically removes athletics entertainment worth. Competitive competition demands emotional participation from followers, including the privilege to oppose rivals and condemn players who damage their favored squads. Standard athletic supporter reactions include opposing players who harmfully influence their franchises.